the guru of Squad 00, the assassin like no other. Yes, I'm the best at what I do. It's here to bring you, you know how I do real life topics, and I ain't gonna front. This is actually going to be one of the shorter or shortish discussion videos I ever do about a topic out here. Just like to give my thoughts on a thing out here, because it's very timely, given the fact that I believe most of you know, if not all of you know by now, that are subscribers or who may see this video, about the nude scandal amongst I'm hearing as many as 100 celebrities, and many of which are females, or most of which are females, to no surprise to me. I'd like to talk about sexting. I haven't talked about that. I don't usually generally talk about it because it's mainly a bunch of stupidity. It's stupid, okay? It's idiotic. I'm not going to hit hard on people. I'm going to tell you why it's idiotic. Mainly for high schools. Now, the older you get, it becomes more about reputation and jobs and along those lines. But I'll get into that momentarily. But what I will say, well, let me just jump into sexting. Then I'm going to deal with this whole news scandal nonsense. And yes, it's a bunch of nonsense. Now, number one, okay? Sexting. Ever since I was young, and the first time I heard it, I'm like, yo, that's stupid. I didn't believe it would get blown up as to the biggest proportion as it is. But this is one of the things is why I believe at the time, you know, times have changed and the world has changed, okay? But I still don't believe, especially anyone younger than 13 really should have a phone. Very rare occasions should somebody as young as that have a cell phone. But, you know, that's a whole different thing about parenting. But regardless, okay, teenagers, it's just stupid. It's stupid on, you know, you got to actually think. We got to teach teenagers, we got to teach kids and then young adults how to think out here. It's just stupid. It can get out, it can leak, you can show. You have no business, first of all, when you're young, especially younger than 16, especially younger. 16 is bare minimum pushing it. I don't suggest sex that young because of a lot of reasons I can get into at another point. But regardless, why the hell are you showing your body that young? Then in many states, it's illegal anyway. And I'm not one about illegality, but this is one of the times where I actually agree that the law actually uses some logical sense on this one. Okay, in many states it's 16 or whatever, and that's why I said it. By 16 you're starting to develop, you're not fully there, but you're starting to get a real sense about life. You're 15 and younger, you got no real reason to be taking off your clothes in front of anybody anyway. You have no business having sex anyway. You're not ready for a kid. No, you're not ready for babies. Okay, you're not going to be able to support the child. That's number one, first and foremost. Then the consequences and the potential for getting STDs, and I could get in the whole thing. I don't even have to do sex talk. It's just very basic and very simple. Okay, we need to teach it. Like, you got to use sense. Why? And look, here's a policy. I don't always believe, but when you're that young, you don't want your grandma probably to see your folks. So why are you doing that anyway? If your folks, you don't want them to see you at that age, why would you be taking your clothes off in front of, a lot of times, a stranger? Or even a boyfriend, girlfriend, like, and you know the rate of breaking up. I don't have to tell you, you live it on the daily now. Especially if you enter high school. The rate of relationships going these days is pathetic. I mean, you see the rate of divorce. So what do you think? Well, you know, I can trust that. Now, just that alone. Delete. If you ever do something stupid, instantly delete. Still potential can be found out, but since you're not famous, you ain't really got to worry about that. Just delete the thing, though. Delete. Don't ever record, no video, no nothing. You have no business. You videotaping, voyeur. Look, I don't care what your fetish is. Now, adults are going to do what adults do, okay? Adults, that's fully responsible on them. You could also go into the porn industry. I'm not saying for anything, but just being real, you know. Okay? You could go into modeling and other facets along those lines, regardless. And if somebody sees a naked body as an adult, somebody sees a naked body as an adult. Let's be real. But children, there's child porn, there's a whole thing. But why are you recording? That's premeditated. That's consensual junk. That's consensual. I wish people would understand the concept of consensual sex. And I understand they say, oh, but they're too young. Look, they consented, which again can go into a completely different topic. Regardless, we go into that's my basic thoughts on sexting. It's stupid. Pretty much nobody should do it because it can find out, it can get caught. And do you want your children down the line to see you? Most likely, like, let's be real. If you have kids, okay, So it always makes me wonder about porn actresses and actors. But you know, whatever. You know, it is what it is. You know, if you get your kids to, you know, you could still ground them and stuff. I just think it's very interesting. Now, things can possibly get spread. You know, stuff happens. I understand it, which is the better of not doing it. It's the caution being safe than sorry in this kind of situation. Okay, not always safe and sorry is a principle to go by, but in this situation, it definitely is. Especially in this over sexualized societies, hyper sex, like they make, you know, the naked body, you know, whatever. Most of it's rightfully so because it's about sex. Okay, it's about lustful. It's not about no artistic or even sensual. Okay, none of that. It's you know, or it's not like a mother's breastfeeding or something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? It's not like someone caught somebody in the shower voyeuristically, you know, in unconsensual stuff. Okay, now to this whole nude scandal. I actually do feel, and I checked most of the links, you know, the ones that I was that was shown, you know, the ones I could come across, the ones that they were legit. And people say, oh, you know, because I was watching the video TYT, I did that. Landon Production, shout out to both of them, for different material reasons. Don't always agree, but you know, regardless. I had first saw this incident with Tyrone Magnus. Definitely shout out to Tyrone Magnus. Magnus puts in heavy work. And, you know, he was talking about it in a saw link. Somebody gave a link. Most of them are legit. Some have even confessed to them being legit. Other ones are still skeptical. You could tell fakes or whatever. But, yeah, they're legit. I didn't even know most of the people. So I had to look up. I'm like, oh, some of them I knew. Some of them didn't even know what they looked like. You know, looked up actress. Oh, this is an actor. This is, you know, whatever. Nudity is whatever to me. For the most part, because a man and an adult, and you know, it's whatever. It's a nude. It's naked women and men, whatever. You know, people having sex, whatever. You know, people do what they do. To the individual, especially the one lady who spoke out, because she actually deleted it, and you could tell her picture was like, it was different. It wasn't like some nude. This is some old, like it was some great, like I didn't know what to make of that thing. I really feel for the few individuals who it was private, you know, in the privacy of the home, like maybe have deleted some photos or some jazz, like didn't find. I really feel for them. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a true invasion of privacy. And I'm saying, you know, I'm heavy about that. It's the same thing, even though I completely, of course, disagree pretty much with what Donald Sterling said. It still was an invasion of privacy. And it actually, to many people, it is illegal. If you're about the whole illegality thing, it's immoral. Really, it is immoral. But to many of these other ones out here, okay, I have no look, man, look, I'm gonna be saying, especially to the models, okay. You see I guess this the Kate Upton photo on my thumbnail. Pretty much full blown naked, okay. A few others, full blown naked. Whole sex videos or whatnot. Really, you look, dog. I don't mean to sound callous. This would be to a man too. Okay. Some of the pictures were in. I remember one lady. I think hers was kind of sort of in the public. She had topless. She was in the public, right? Or in a pool or something along those lines. Some had some. I'm guessing resort. Maybe in a house, but who knows, right? Some of these, it's like, yo, selfies. A bunch of selfies. It's like, what? There is no excuse. There is no excuse for stupidity. It's different if it's a little, you know, individual photo shoot, you know, in the bedroom, you know, one night or whatever. Full blown. I mean, I'm full blown. So a couple of them, you know, they took it in stride. Like, you know, a few denied. Like I said, a few, you know, took it in stride. Like, you know, it's, whatever. I remember this one with the whole Christmas thing. You know, she took it in stride. I'm like, whatever. I mean, that she at least admits, like, you know, this is full blown what it is. You know, it's obvious as to what it is. You know, we can take it or leave it. Most of them, there wasn't all nothing really to see much anyway. But like Kate Upton, for example, and a couple others, it's like, yo, you're models and you pretty much model nude. Sorry, it is a breach of privacy, but the leniency is not really there. A few of them are questionable as far as with these leaks. Okay, I gotta like these selfies and whatnot. Really, why you had that material? Really, what were you thinking? This stupid. And you a celebrity, dog? Come on, man. You know how the paparazzi and the rest get down. Like, you know how much those go for. Now, at least many of these, from the reports I'm getting, that they're not trying to money grab, nothing like that. They're actually trying to prosecute. Good luck with that. Now, I've heard they've arrested some dude. Don't know if he's the one, but I'm like, yo, I'm splitting on this. I'm 50-50. On one regard, for those whose privacy was invaded, I really feel sorry for you. I'm not perpetuating. I just like to have the facts. But to some of these other ones, no kind of empathy. I don't really have any empathy, because you put yourself out there full, like you took these, you got to think. You a grown woman, especially some of these were like in their 30s though. Like, you a grown woman. You in the limelight. People, you know this society, you know the culture and society in which we dwell. Look, let's be real. Not many people. I mean, you can kind of see the male, you know, if you want to see, you know, male genitalia, penises, testicles, aka dicks and balls. I mean, that's not an issue. Most people, those who really into it, it's not like they're, you know, clamoring, and not like it's inaccessible. I mean, naked females are accessible as well, porn online, full blown. I mean, shoot, I just typed in Google Images and nude, and then boom, it's like, yo, it's crazy these days. You know, you could go on this and that, but you know how it gets down with female bodies. Even more or less butt ugly female body. Like, you just know how it is. So this Nude scandal, now, this time, it's a split. Because I do believe some of those were leaked intentionally. I do. For publicity reasons. Okay? Some of those, not so much. So again, for those, like I said, one last time, for those whose invasions of privacy are really faithful, I hope people learn. Especially to the woman who definitely said, you know, these were deleted. I really feel bad, because that just is ridiculous. That's ratchet. That's just a breach in the system. But it just once again shows that the passwords and the protection that these websites have. Come on, dog. I know, and then these aren't even professional hackers. Even amateur hackers can bypass a lot of these securities. Like, people can break into the U.S. government. What you think this is with these other software companies? I mean, come on, dog. Like stop. You know, don't believe the myths, and use some logical sense. Use critical thinking. If it's something, and in general with pictures and things, if it's something you can't stand for the public eye, as far as in, you know, a lot of individuals, you know, especially your parents kind of thing, or your children, if you have any, grandkids, you know, by a certain point, you know, once, you know, they're adults. But I'm just saying, if they can't really see this material, or you don't want them to, odds are you probably don't, you know, want to kind of take those kind of pictures. But if you don't care, you don't care, and you do what you do. You have the freedom to do so, for the most part. You know, I ain't, like I said, I'm talking about yourself. I ain't talking about no child porn, nobody else. I'm just talking about yourself. So, people think out here. This video did run a little bit longer than I thought it would, but, you know, I got the point across. Unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this whole sexting nude scandal business. And alright, y'all, have a beautiful day, beautiful night, peace. And I just talk about what's real out here, as well as anime, manga, episodes, and all that jazz. Till next time, y'all.